Hello, everyone. Welcome back to The Inside with LPY Youth. We have a special guest right here. Look, say hey. Look, you said you wanted to.
He's gonna run away.
No, I do what I want to do.
Okay.
Period.
You want to say hey to the people? Tell them who your dad is.
Everybody already knows my name.
No, but they don't know your dad.
Yeah.
Speak into the mic. Just say your name and say how old you are and where you work. Tell them for real. Hey, it's okay. Just speak into the mic and tell them.
You're not saying this right now.
Just tell them your name, at least.
They know my name.
No, you're telling the camera your name. The camera doesn't know your name.
The camera always knows my name.
Oh!
Quote of the day.
The camera always knows my name by leaking mine. Tell them where you work. Tell them.
No.
Tell them where you work.
No.
That's undercover information.
Target.
Tell
That's
them.
close
I
information.
work at Alabama Power.
I work at Target.
Oh, he works at Target, guys. My apologies.
Oh.
Tell him your name and how old you are.
You can tell them.
Okay.
5.
Okay, this is Lincoln. You want me to say your last name? You want me to say your last name? Okay. This is Lincoln. It's Clay's son, and he's how old? He's 5, and he works at Target / Alabama Power. He put in his 2 weeks notice at Alabama Power.
No, I work at Target. You're telling a lie, Adri.
He works at Target, guys. Okay, go boy.
Don't trip over that cord.
I'll try.
I'll try.
Oh.
Thank you for being featured on our podcast.
I am not doing that podcast ever again.
Okay.
I thought we said no laughing.
So that's Lincoln for you.
Ever again.
So hey guys, welcome back. We started a new series with our youth, and our last series we talked about mentoring. Let me pull up my questions. So basically we talked about how do you find your mentor, or like what to look for in a mentor and how to be a mentor. So basically I'm going to talk about that series, and then next week we can talk about the series that we started today, which stay tuned for that, because it is talking about Christianity and how it's not all about us. Very, very, very good and humbling series, in my opinion. So let's start off about how does everyone here have a mentor, or like someone that they can think of maybe? Okay, and how did you find that person? Who wants to go first? Caleb?
My mentor is my wrestling and football coach, Coach Nelson. He's not really my mentor for like Christianity and all that, because he's a school teacher. I don't think they're really allowed to talk about that. But I found him as a great mentor because he's very young. He's like my best friend almost, because I see him all day during first, second period during football workouts, and then after school from 3 to 5:30. So I'm around him a lot. And he just gives good advice. And
Yeah.
No.
Oh no. Does someone else want to go, or I can go? Okay. So I guess so. Okay, I have my mentor is Lindsay. She is a queen. Love her. She's my small group leader. Her and I relate a lot, and so the way that I figured out that I wanted her to be my mentor, to give me godly advice, we had to do like where we had to interview the adults and stuff so that we could find out who we wanted our small group leader to be, and I just found out that I had a lot in common with her. So I chose Lindsay to be my mentor, and I've just kind of, planning on like meeting up with her and sort of just like talking about things that I'm going through or things that I'm like struggling with. And yeah, I would consider her my mentor. She definitely doesn't make me feel judged, and she makes me feel she also, but like, she doesn't make me feel judged, but she also makes me, she makes sure that what I did isn't right as well. You know what I mean? So, but also like puts it in a, gives me like godly advice, and I guess is like my mentor for life and Christianity in itself. May.
Oh, Valisha.
Oh, Valisha.
My mentor is probably my small group leaders, Sarah and Anna Grace. Sorry. For Sarah, we had a really long talk when we had the talk thingy at church, and she just has such good advice for everything because, you know, she's been through it, and she's a high schooler and we're middle schoolers, so she already been through most of those things. And Anna Grace, she's just such a positive person and always makes me want to be positive and sweet. Like, I've never seen one day when Anna Grace isn't smiling and laughing.
That's very, very true. Alex, did you want to go next?
I'm good.
Oh.
Hi.
Dang.
Sorry, I had to make sure I look presentable. I would say my mentor is definitely Anna Grace because I don't know, like ever since I started coming here, she would like be the ones to like pick me up and like drop me off, and like she's just been always there for me. And we've already like I asked her personally, I was like, is that like something that'd be okay with you, like being my mentor? And she was like, yeah. And so now we're like making plans to like meet once a week or like once a month and like talk about like Christian stuff and all that. And I just feel like me and her relate a lot. Like, even though she's like really older than me, I just feel like we relate on like multiple levels because like there's stuff that she's been through that I've also been through.
Alex, you want to go next or no? No? Okay, so, oh, sorry, I just accidentally put it on you. So, my next question is, sorry, I turned my phone on. Okay, next question is, what is a mentor to you? B?
I feel like a mentor is someone that is always positive, and even though they aren't perfect, they make mistakes and always like learn something from their mistakes. And also, I also feel like a mentor is someone that you can also look up to, just not for like Christianity, just a lot of things, and that gives you advice and stuff like that.
B?
This is like kind of with the question, kind of not. But in my opinion, I can like to me, a mentor doesn't always have to be someone older. Cause like sometimes younger people are like wiser than like older people. So like I would say like my like not my life mentor, but like my day-to-day like school and like all that mentor is probably my best friend, JJ. I'm older than her, but like I don't know, she's like somebody that I can relate to a lot. Like I've never talked to her about a problem I've had and she's judged. Like she always like relates on some way, or like she gives me good advice, and I just appreciate her for that. So I'm just saying, like, a mentor doesn't always have to be older than you.
I think a mentor is like someone who, like you said, like she lets you know that what you did isn't right, but doesn't judge you for what you did, you know? And I feel like sometimes you need someone who isn't always gonna think that you're right, because in some situations you're gonna think that you're right, but you need someone else to see it in a different perspective. So like, I mean, sometimes you might be right and sometimes you might be wrong, but I feel like your mentor needs to know the difference of being right and wrong and being able to tell you,
That's a good point. What?
Sorry, you just like stared into my soul that whole conversation. I was like, Look away. I get awkward when people are just like staring at
Right.
me and talk. And I was like,
I think for me, a mentor, like Alex said, is like being able to make you question why you did what you did. And someone that you know you can go to and you know will give you good advice. And someone that will tell you not what you want to hear, but what you need to hear. So, another person that I can think of is Chelsea Kenny. Alex said, love her. She is really. Why are you laughing? Y'all.
Barely to let out like a little chuckle.
It's Chelsea Kinney because she's really good at telling me not what I need to hear. I mean, not what I want. Quit laughing. Not what I want to hear, but what I need to hear. And for me, that's really, really hard sometimes. And she has taught me that love is unconditional, and has taught me that if you truly want to have a good friendship with someone, it contains a lot of communication and just getting over things. I relate to her a lot, and she influences me day to day. And I think my biggest thing to me being a mentor is telling me not what I want to hear, but what I need to hear. I think I would say that because it's just very, very important. Because a lot of the times what you want to hear isn't the right thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Caleb, do you have anything to say?
What I like to see in a role model is someone I can.
Y'all need to stop laughing.
I like to see, like, I can just tell them something, they can give me good advice for it, and like when I get that advice, I don't question it. Like, I hear it and I'm like, yeah, that will work out if I like proceeded with that whole plan. And like Adri said, someone who's like I try to find someone who's like middle ground or like not related to a topic I'm trying to talk about, because they have no vice in it. They don't have any benefit or loss if something happens. And so you just find someone who is either good for that situation or is really good for advice, and just someone who can help out whenever they can.
Yeah, that's a very, very, very good point. What? Oh, I was about to switch it back. Okay, so next question. All right, does anyone else have anything to say? Okay, so next question is, what does it mean for you to be a mentor? Because not only did we talk about like us finding a mentor, but us being a mentor for someone. So what does it mean for you to be a mentor?
To be a mentor is somebody that doesn't like judge you. Like, I don't know, I was like, this is like something I like to think about, like a lot. I don't know why, because I'm not even like in that age range, but like when I'm gonna like, I just think about like if I like have kids, how like I want to be their mentor, because like I wouldn't ever want to be the mom that's like that's like their kid is scared to talk to them about anything. Like, I want to be a mentor to like somebody or my kid, because they like know that I won't judge them, or that I'll never like see them in a different way just because of who they are, you know? Like, I want to be the person that like you can tell me something and I won't look at you different for it, because everybody has done something in their life that they're going to regret forever. But like kind of what Clay was talking about this morning at Wake Up Wednesday, he was like, whenever like you make a mistake, you ask for forgiveness and you move on, unless or that's gonna like keep eating you up, and it's gonna hold you back from doing what God has set for you to accomplish in your life. So like being a mentor to me is just ultimately somebody that doesn't judge you for who you are, and that always shows you that you can talk to them.
Yeah. I know that Caleb. Oh, I thought you V. For
Why is it still on me, guys?
sorry.
I was like trying to pull out a wedge.
Oh,
Camera was still on me.
for me to be a mentor, I have to remember that I'm the example of Christianity to other people. It's like being a spiritual mentor in this case. What? Oh, being a spiritual mentor. I have to understand that sometimes my actions affect other people's lives, not only mine. And that I have to remember that sometimes I'm the only Bible that people read.
Mm-hmm.
I have to remember that sometimes people see me as a example of Christianity, and I have to realize that what I say and what I do and just things like that, like what I do on my day-to-day life, people are watching no matter what. And
Kind of like you wouldn't want somebody thinking something's okay.
right.
when you
Like
do it, yeah.
I don't want to set lower standards for Christianity. I don't want to be the one to make someone think it's okay for them to sin because I'm sinning, even though I'm Christian.
Yeah.
I don't want them to be like, oh, they're sinning and doing the same thing I am, so what's the point of me being Christian? Or it's okay for me to do that while I'm still being, like, while I'm still having or while I'm still deepening my relationship with God, you know what I mean? So I think for me to be a mentor, I have to remember that I'm the example of Christianity, and that no matter what, I have to remember that everyone is human and everyone is going through something, and everyone I see, everyone I meet, like everyone is someone that Jesus decided to die for. So, yeah. B.
This is kind of what Adri said, but like I always have to remember to like not do like crazy like bad things, because there's always someone watching, and you never know if that person is like that person looks up to you. So like if you do it, especially if they look up to you, if you do it, they'll think it's like, okay, like that's the person I look up to, I can do that too. So they'll just follow in your footsteps.
Yeah. Caleb?
Like in wrestling, there's a lot of like it's 7th grade all the way up to seniors, so there's a lot of like lower people looking up, trying to like see how other people are doing and see how they can take stuff in from that. And like sometimes I'll feel like freaked out when like a 7th grader comes up to me and he's like, show me how to do this better.
Yeah.
I'll be like, I don't know if I can, I don't know if I'm best for that, and if I could help out with that. And I feel like it's a lot of pressure, but it's a lot, and you just have to like always think about what you're doing and make sure you don't veer off path.
Okay, big words. I don't know that.
Veer.
Letter word.
It is.
Path.
I don't know how to spell that name.
Veer off.
VEAR.
Yeah. Where you just like.
I was dropped on the head
Sway
when I was
off back.
born.
That's why you're.
Yeah.
Well, y'all were still talking. That's what I was
About
About veer.
about veering off.
Scratch that.
Okay, so another question to ask is, do you think that you are ready to be a mentor? And why?
Well, yes.
May?
Let me drop some knowledge on y'all fools. I'm just kidding. I feel like I am, because like as a mentor, you could like, I don't know, as a mentor, the person you're mentoring could secretly also be your mentor. You know, like you could be mentoring somebody, and like a mentor is never gonna stop learning, even though they're the mentor, whatever. And like I just feel like there's no like set age, like there's no specific age that. Excuse me. Yeah, there's like no specific age you can be a mentor. Like,
It's my mentor.
like I don't know. I just feel like no, feel like I am ready because like I can also be learning things from the person I'm mentoring. Cause like I feel like it's always good to start now, like with somebody like younger. Like if I wanted to mentor them, I could like help them like throughout life and stuff. Cause like I've already been like halfway through like all the grades and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Me?
Me?
I feel like I'm not ready yet because like there's still a lot of things that I need to learn as I'm growing up, and like I'm still a little bit immature.
This is the immature she's talking about.
Okay, so I don't think I'm not ready yet. Just made me forget everything else.
It won't go down. I don't think I'm ready yet because I think I still have a lot of things to learn. And but then at the same time, like, our mentor isn't always gonna know everything, you know? Like, they still have stuff that they have to learn. So like I feel like I am ready, but not, you know?
Time's up.
Sorry, I have to take my med. So, I feel like I could be for someone younger that I really, really relate to. I think I'm really good at giving advice. A lot of people tell me that I am, but it's also like Alex said, like sometimes you have to remember that your mentor doesn't know everything. Just because they're older than you doesn't mean, I mean, like, yes, they've gone through things like you have, and I mean, you know, they've experienced a lot more than you have, but it's also your mentor's first time living life. Like, you know, it's not like they've just lived a little longer than you, but it's also their first time being 20 years old. It's their first time being 18. It's their first time, like, you know, like, so I want to say I am to a certain extent. I would say. Anyone else? No. You sure? Okay.
You sure?
So what? So what do y'all think about the whole mentoring series that we had? The small mentor series that we had.
I thought it was a very good series. I found it like very interesting, like hearing all the good qualities of a mentor. And I'm not sure how related this is, but I was reading my Bible and I don't remember what book it was, but I messaged Clay about it because I thought it was interesting. It was Ephesians 3:12, and it's in him we have boldness and confident access through faith in him. And I thought that related so much to that, and I was like just very proud of myself for finding that and relating it to Lifepoint. And so I messaged Clay about it, and he was like, "That's really cool." Yeah, I thought it was a great series.
I like that. Why are y'all laughing?
It was just really awkward.
Yeah.
We're not.
That's how I feel a lot of the times too.
Promise.
That's how I feel a lot of the times too. Whenever I like find something and I send it to Clay and I'm like, so proud of myself.
Stop. I'd be like shaking. Like when I see a text from Clay, I'm like, what did I do? Like, but it's always like, hey mate, can't wait to see you. And I'm like, oh, okay.
But be checking up on anybody.
That like I love like interactive pastors. Like
Yeah.
not the ones that be like that preach on like that preach and then they preach and then you don't
Sunday.
and then you don't see them again until they preach again. Like I don't know, I like how he's always around and like ready to like help somebody when you need it.
Yeah, I feel like that's a huge thing. Like, Clay is always like he cares about you personally, not just like your
Christianity.
Yeah. So like he like you said, he texts
Yeah.
like just randomly
Out of nowhere.
Yeah. And I feel like that's a huge thing that Clay does that like is a good thing.
Yeah.
Like he just cares about you.
Favorite thing about Clay?
Yeah.
What was that?
It was a duck.
Oh.
Okay, so I think I'm
Next
gonna.
question. Oh, never mind.
Well, I only had 4 questions, but y'all just didn't have much to say about it. Unless y'all have anything else to talk about, I'm gonna wrap up and go on to second.
Okay.
What do y'all say? Are y'all good? You don't have anything
We
else
love
to add
you,
on?
and there's nothing we can do.
Okay, perfect. We're gonna take a break and then go on with the second table, which is I think I'm just gonna make Clay be second table for me. Okay, perfect, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. That's really loud in the headphones.
I like the energy though.
Thanks. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the second table, and we have less people, but that's okay because the Word of God is still amazing, even with less people at this table. We have the Clay Miner, Sarah. You're gonna have to remind me of your name again.
My name's Sadler Kilgo.
Yeah. Sorry, I cannot really hear anything in these headphones. I just know that I'm like yelling.
You are.
Mhm.
It's accurate.
Okay.
It's usually me, so
Well, no, not when you're around me.
actually, yeah, you got a point.
Probably yelling half the time. So
Adrian, we're matching.
Oh, there's a camera right
we
up
are matching. Hey, we're eagle. Okay. Ow, sorry.
there. I don't really want to talk about college sports, given what happened a few days ago. My Notre Dame Fighting Irish got beat by Ohio State in the national championship.
You got the wrong audience for that,
I'm
sadly.
so sorry about that.
You have the wrong audience for that. They couldn't
I
care
still
less.
got you.
They couldn't,
Awesome
yeah,
possum.
they couldn't care
Awesome
less.
possum Clay Miner.
Yeah. What are we talking about
What's our topic?
today?
I'm so sorry about that. I'm sorry. I can like. I need these headphones away.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
I love having the headphones because I can hear everything.
So, what are we talking about tonight?
So, in the first table, we talked about our mentoring series that the Clay Miner gave.
But you're in a unique mood,
Thanks.
Adrian.
Thanks. Okay, well, basically, I'm going to just sort of be asking y'all the same questions, but I know that you guys are going to give me more of a, I guess, like different answers because y'all are just high schoolers other than Clay. Clay Miner is a pastor, but that's okay because I know you will give us wise answers that will help us bounce ideas off of each other, and we will make this second table an amazing part of the podcast. Fantastic. So, sorry, let me get my questions pulled up. Okay, so does everyone here have a mentor? Someone that they can think of?
Mhm.
Yep. How did you find that mentor? Let's start off with Clay. Oh, Sarah.
Mine was school and church. I have 2 mentors. Like, I have a guy mentor and then a girl mentor.
Clayton?
I mean, I don't know. Which we've talked about this, obviously on the podcast, but there's all kinds of different ways you find a mentor, right? I mean, and really, ultimately, the people who find mentors are those who look for mentors. You know, I've been blessed to have a bunch of good mentors through the years, and all of them have hired me, so that's good too. At Lifepoint,
Sorry, that was really funny.
At Lifepoint, we're all real lucky to. I mean, it's interesting. Like, I don't think that y'all grasp this just because y'all are so Lifepoint entrenched. But we have two pastors, two like lead pastors. That does not exist anywhere else.
That's true.
And the interesting thing about that is, that gives me certainly, but also y'all the opportunity to have multiple mentors.
Very true as well. My mentor, I guess you could say two. One, I guess, sort of for my spiritual life in a way, I guess, and one for, I guess, my life,
Your life.
my life, my high school life, my
Life.
mental health problems,
Yeah,
things like
that's
that.
what mine were too.
Yeah.
It's your teacher that you talk about all the time.
Oh,
Is it?
yes, but why'd you say it? So
What
hateful?
I didn't mean it hateful. I'm just saying, like, you talk about her a lot, obviously, because she makes a big impact on your life.
Yeah, Chelsea Kinney.
Chelsea Kinney.
We love Chelsea Kinney.
Miss
I feel-
Kinney. Miss Kinney.
You met Miss
I've
Kinney?
never met Miss
You
Kinney.
need to meet.
You know, Adri, I've never talked to her personally, but when I see her in the hallways, now I feel like I know her.
Right?
Like, I want to say hi to her,
You're like, hey, I know a lot about you.
but she knows nothing about
Right.
me, so I'm not going to say hi. She doesn't even know my name.
Yeah, if
So-
you like went up to her and started talking to her, she'd be like, who's she also has really bad RBF, so people always think that she's mad, but I promise.
She has what?
really bad RBF.
Could
What
you
is
tell
that?
us what that acronym means?
You don't know what RBF means?
No, I thought you were like telling an entree from Arby's or something, like an RBF.
I thought about that too.
No.
I actually would like some Arby's. Can we get that next podcast?
Yeah, I got you. RBF is like having a resting face, so like you always look like you're mad, but you're
Oh.
not. It's just your face.
Yeah.
You have that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do sometimes,
Yeah.
but no. Listen, Chelsea Kinney's is pretty
pretty-
bad.
yeah.
It's pretty bad. So everyone always thinks that she's mad or upset or she's really mean, and really she's not. She is a joyful soul. Maybe not that. Maybe not joyful soul all the time, but she's amazing. Love her. So yeah, she's a really just because I really, really, really relate to her.
Really.
Really relate to her. Mentally and emotionally. Just really relate to her. And she doesn't make me feel judged. And she tells me what I need to hear, not what I want to hear.
Oh, that's big.
Yeah, that's a huge thing.
That's this series.
She's the one person that will tell me what I need to hear because she knows that I don't want to hear it, but she's going to tell me anyway. And she's taught me that love is unconditional. And no matter like what happens between, like if we get in an argument or if we disagree, that's fine because we still love each other. And it's just I don't know.
So, interesting. Like, and I'm asking this question. It's gonna sound like an attack. I'm not attacking.
Yeah, I feel attacked already.
You wouldn't know these things without her.
Yeah, probably.
So, what's the point of her?
What?
As a mentor?
I'm confused on what you're asking.
Wait, okay, so when you say yes, what he's taking it as is you said that you would know these things without her. Are you saying
why
that
do
you
need
would
her?
know them without her, or you would have not acquired these things without her? This thing is really in my way. What
Yeah.
are you saying you would or would not know without her?
Well, there's plenty of things that she's taught me.
I have a point for asking. Carry on.
Okay. There's plenty of things that she's taught me and that she's made me like realize in life, like mentally and things like that. But I think the point of having that in my life is because I've never really had that in my life. Like I've never really had someone to tell me what I want to hear. I mean, what I need to hear. Like because I mean, like I have a lot of friends, but I don't really like going to people that are my age for advice because I know they're going to tell me what I want to hear. So I like having someone older, and she was one of the first people that I got closer to
Why do you think that is? Why do you think that people your age tell you what you want to hear?
because people my age are going through the exact same thing I'm going through. And people like in my generation, I feel like we just all have the same mindset.
I think that's optimistic. I think the reason why they tell you what you want to hear is because they have something to gain from telling you what you want to hear. The reason why Miss Kenny is so impactful to you probably is because she has nothing to gain or lose from telling you the truth.
That's true. That's a good point. I never thought of it like that. But yeah. But my other mentor, for like my spiritual life, also tell her like my life things every now and then, Lindsay.
Which is newly acquired,
Yeah.
right?
Since we've had to do that interview, I found out that I learned that her and I have a lot in common.
Lindsay's next level.
Lindsay. Yes, I love Lindsay, and she also tells me what I need to hear, and so I feel like that's why I feel very drawn to her.
Again, nothing to gain or lose.
Right. And she also she like gives me godly advice, but also doesn't make me feel judged for what I've done. You know what I mean? Like she will tell me that what I did was wrong, but won't make me feel judged for doing it. You know? I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah.
That's good. The reason that what I asked you about, would you know these things without Miss Keeney? The answer to that is almost always yes. But I have found that it tends to be like the most simple things in life, the simple truths that impact us the most. And it's because there's things that we know, but we need people to help us see.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like she's
You
that
knew all
person.
those things, but you
Yeah.
needed someone to help you see those things.
Yeah. And she's also right 100% of the time. So,
Well, she's not.
and she's a mom. Yeah. And she's like my mom. It's like when people say that like moms are always right, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She kind of has that effect on me, you know? Yes.
What's
Like-
you, sir?
Oh,
Go
what?
ahead. Go ahead.
No, you go first.
I was just going to ask you about yours. Like,
She already said hers.
I know, but like you go in more detail. Why are those people your mentors?
Well, we're a name drop. So my one that's like kind of like what Adri said, like just for like life, is Miss Johnson, and that's because she is also like more of a mother.
What's her first name?
Brittany.
Is she at the high school? Mm-hmm. Okay.
I was
But
thinking about the one from the middle school.
What?
Do you know the Miss Johnson from the middle school? I was thinking about her.
Valerie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a rival you're like Noah.
That's who I was thinking of.
I love
Go ahead, go ahead.
Valerie.
but
She is a
she
nice person.
Love her.
I don't know. I just like I feel so connected to her, and I just like talk to her all the
Else,
time.
your personalities connect.
Yeah, our personalities do connect, and we remind each other, just like stuff that we need to know. And she also does help me spiritually, but not as much as like my spiritual mentor. But yeah, I don't know. I just like I'm with her all the time, and so that kind of made her like,
Time is important.
yeah, like literally all the time.
Yeah.
Like I think I live with her more than I live with my mom. So yeah, I don't know. Oh, my spiritual one. Okay, so my spiritual one would probably be Clay Minor. Don't get a big head over there. Because like the way you teach and like you make me think.
Yeah.
And you know I don't like thinking,
You got no
especially
option.
about spiritual stuff. But you help me like actually be like, okay, I have to think about this. And the way you teach, I don't know, it's just how I learn.
When you say the way I teach, do you mean messages or Bible studies?
Messages. Like this is gonna be a little controversial, but I rather like you teach on Sundays than Matt.
I don't think that's controversial. I think they would appreciate that.
But I know that like
It makes sense.
you teach.
I'm younger.
Yeah, you teach more towards
Wait,
the youth. So if you
Younger.
did teach on
remind
Sundays,
us how old
kind
you
of-
are again.
Huh?
He's in his 20s.
22.
Are you serious?
No, you are not. No, you're
That
not.
is such a lie.
He's like
You're
26.
27.
Why is your foot on the table right now?
Because it's her
Hit me, Nate.
podcast now. Oh, clocked.
Are you like 27?
I'm 28 years of age.
Yes, 'cause Carissa said the other night that she was gonna be 30.
Yeah, Carissa's 30.
Yo, I
She
put
turned
my
30.
sock
She
on
turns
inside
30
out today.
in March.
You see
That's
it?
a cute sock. I wish I was able to have cute socks. It-
What?
I put my
Every time
sock
I
on
adjust my
inside
head
out.
to say you change your foot. Okay.
Put
Oh,
my
y'all
sock
change your
on
foot,
inside
you
out
ain't
today.
what, but-
It's okay. My saying
I also
is
look really, really
that
cute.
if people have matching socks, then their life just must be
But
together.
so back to the point.
Sorry.
That's actually makes sense. I mean, one of the things that makes Lifepoint
Good.
special, and what makes Matt and Q special and fantastic, is they're not afraid to face reality, and that is the whole reason I'm here is because they realize they're getting older. You know, so
Yep.
if you want to reach younger people, you hire younger people. You know, so that's that statement is not an offense. It's actually a proof of concept.
Well, there we go.
There you go, Sarah.
Yep.
There
Like you said.
go.
Whew. So mine takes an interesting turn here, and the reason I say that is because I can go into the spiritual thing. So I'm gonna start. I'm trying to decide where to start with. Well, what would you rather me start with, the spiritual one or just the life laws?
I'd rather you start wherever you'd like to start.
Well, the only reason I say that is because the one that probably helped me the most life wise has passed away after a battle with dementia. That was my granddad.
Yeah.
You know, one thing about granddad is like my great grandfather who died in '96, never knew him naturally. So he lived from he went from seeing people go on living on horses and buggies all the way to being able to watch the Atlanta Braves on TV. So my granddad kind of come up similar with farming, still with mules, and then getting your tractors in and doing stuff like that. So I learned more things about living life in the country, living off the land and living things off that. But I also learned a lot of common sense, like that you really can't get anywhere. You really can't get that common sense from anybody that's not elderly or somebody who has been around a lot of elderly people. And whenever if that green bean comes back, I'm gonna go crazy.
We're gonna be in a rough spot.
Yeah. But when he got dementia, I definitely lost one of the biggest influences on my life right then and there. That, and then I guess it's always been hard for me to really say a life mentor because I feel like it switches up so much. You know,
People are seasonal.
Yeah, people are very seasonal a lot of times, and no matter how many times how much you try to extend them, it feels like people are always going and reappearing. So I don't really know who I would count for that. The closest I'd say right now is more recently, and even just in life, would be you, Clay Minor. And
You Clay Minor.
I don't know why I said that. I couldn't
'Cause I said it.
decide how I said it that way, but you, Clay Minor, and/or
Me. Yeah.
Adrian.
no,
Absolutely a mentor.
I was gonna.
You were
Maybe
gonna
Liz,
say
I was
me?
gonna say. I was not gonna say you.
Miss Little or
Yes.
yeah. Yep. There you go.
Miss
How did
Lily
you
actually
know
got
that
me.
that's what he was gonna say?
Because
I'm
he's in
the
FFA.
Yeah.
Oh.
You gotta get wrapped into that.
FFA.
Wow, y'all.
Sorry.
Miss Little, Sherry Little, so I don't have to go through the first name thing.
I started that.
Tanner Mayo, Mr. Mayo. I don't know.
Tanner Mayo.
I don't know why I said. I don't know why I felt the need to say that so condescendingly, but Tanner Mayo. And then spiritually, it's really interesting. Have you ever heard of Patria? Hey, dude. You ever heard of Patria Ministries?
Of what?
Of Patria Ministries.
No, I haven't.
They're international.
No.
Based out of Alabama, in Irondale, Alabama is where they're based out of. They're international. Michael and Alyssa French, you ever heard of them? They've worked with R.T. Kendall, tons of people like that. Michael and Alyssa French are probably my biggest mentors spiritually because I think when people think of a spiritual mentor, a lot of times they're going to look to a pastor, youth pastor. People forget the churches, or people are like, I have not been at Life very long. You know, it's like, I'm not, you said entrenched. I am the least entrenched, you know. My dad was a preacher, and we didn't have youth pastors. So I don't know anything but my dad is that. So I'll look for somebody else. Tony and Dwee Cook, South Coast of England. Probably, they've taught me more things. I've learned more from them just hearing them speak to the group at Patria than I think I've learned from almost anybody else in all my years. And that's only been for 2 years now. Tony and Dwee Cook, love them to death. Wish I got to see them more. They're like a third set of grandparents to me. And then Michael and Elisa French. And same deal, them speaking to the group. That's what I have to say.
So let me ask this question, which I ain't trying to take your spot there, Adri, but what
You
y'all
got it.
what y'all can't see off camera is Adri's doing anything other than sit
No,
at this table.
I'm actually having a very serious conversation about someone asking me godly advice, and I'm being there for them, and I'm giving them advice.
Good.
Sarah's
getting a phone call.
It's something that I've been praying about for a long time. This is
Well, that flows right into my question because I was about to say, do you consider yourself a mentor to somebody?
that was my next question too.
My goodness.
Look at us, guys.
It's like y'all were at the same meeting on Sunday.
Yeah.
I was not.
We were.
So you would say yes, Adrian.
Okay, so this is what I said in the last. Hold on, I'm really uncomfortable right now.
Get comfortable.
Thank you.
Okay, it's don't make fun of her now.
I'm not
She's
making
like-
fun. I said
You were like, get comfortable.
get comfortable.
I'm a little crip still.
Anybody's
What?
making fun of anything.
Her. Oh my gosh! How
He
do
was
you not know,
texting me.
Clay?
How'd you not know I'm still crip?
Oh, you're crippled.
Okay, so
I don't know your lore.
So what I told the last group was that I could consider myself being a mentor for, I don't know, I guess just a younger person that I really, really relate to. I feel like I could, but to a certain extent. But also, I have to remember that all of my mentors aren't going to be perfect, and all of my mentors aren't going to always have the answers to everything. And my mentor, it's also my mentor's first time living life. So I can't be like, oh, I have to be perfect to be a mentor, and I have to, be doing really, really well spiritually to be a mentor. Yes, it's good to be at a good place spiritually to be a mentor, but I feel like it's also just knowing that you're still human, and you're capable of being a mentor no matter what.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry to break in, but
Yes.
one thing I would say to that is one thing that I think I've learned from watching people that are older than I am and kind of getting to know older people than me. And when I say older, I mean like somebody who could be older than me, like you are, like she is, not very much in her case, and a little bit more significantly, moderately, is one thing I would say to her would be like, you're probably a lot more of a mentor to a lot more people than you realize.
Oh, I agree with that.
Because very few people, I mean, Tony and Dwee Cook, like I said, from the south coast of England, if you bring them in from England right now and set them right here and tell them that, more than likely they're going to have no idea that they are. Because in their mind, they're just speaking to a group like anything else. And they're just eating lunch with me and breakfast and spending almost all their time with me at that conference. I don't think they would really think of it, but at the end of the day, they are to me, and I would consider them that. I don't think you're really going to be able to say, like, yes, I mentor this kid views me as a mentor, this person does. It might be a little bit easier on your side sometimes because people might tell you that, like both of us have, me and
Adrian
Sarah.
didn't.
Yeah, and Adrian.
That was a joke.
I'm sorry.
Hey, it's okay, I get it.
But anyways, because people tell you that, but I think if you're not outwardly expressed, there's probably a lot more people. I mean, I might have influenced somebody. I might be somebody who's younger that speaks to me or asks me stuff that might consider me something like that, and I would not have a clue. So one thing I'd say is you probably are more of a mentor to more people than you'll ever know.
Yeah. I agree with
There
that.
are people that would just outwardly say, like, yeah, I would consider this person a mentor, you know?
I agree with that. Sarah,
The question was,
are you a mentor?
I think so, and in many different ways. I think where I struggle the most is being a mentor, like spiritually, because I'm not very like Bible smart. I'm trying.
Real. Me too.
But one thing I did tell, like,
What?
Yeah, you're not Bible smart.
No, I said real.
she said real.
OMG.
You're throwing shots at each other.
Yeah, well,
The beef continues.
It's because I didn't get her
Actually-
some McDonald's.
I think Sarah is significantly smarter with the Bible than she thinks she is.
I'm not. I'm really,
I can go out of the
really
Bible,
not.
but see, I feel like where I lack is the spiritual side of things.
Not Bible knowledge.
Huh?
Not Bible knowledge.
Well, I'm not going to say not Bible knowledge. I'm just going to say I would feel more confident in you saying, like, well, this is what the Word says, this is what this person did, this is what, so let's look at that, than it would be something like uber spiritual. I feel like I struggle more on that side of things than I do with this person did this here, this person is the son of the son of the son of the son.
He thinks like you, Clay.
Yeah, logically minded. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I enjoy reading out of it. People also call me weird because I enjoy, like, Leviticus. I get made fun of for that. But
Sarah, we cut you off. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Continue.
No.
Bible knowledge. You said that you struggle because you don't think
But
that yourself.
One thing, like when we did the mentor thing, one thing I made sure to tell the girls that came up to me was like, I may not, like if you're asking me about Bible knowledge and stuff, I may not know your answer, but I will work with you to find it.
That's
And
important.
but yeah, and I think I'm like a mentor in like FCCLA because I've done competitions for 3 years now. And so like the freshmen, like obviously I can be like, don't be scared of the judges.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also too, like you're newly small group leader,
Mm-hmm.
so definitely a mentor in that capacity.
Yes, trying to.
To your point about the FCCLA things, I'm not gonna name drop anybody unless I'm supposed to, but like when you look at clubs and all, that's gonna be a lot more significant than you think. Like FFA,
FFA.
FFA. I look at the seniors. Heck, I even asked a couple of them last time I talked to them. I was like, I know y'all are graduating, so can I ask you this?
Yeah, like
And I'll go ahead and say
give
the
me all
older
your
you
knowledge.
get, the more the freshmen are going to look at you. I was an 8th grader. I had the privilege. Now, this person I will name drop because I wouldn't really consider them a mentor as much as I would. They were a really helpful resource to like ask. Emma Buck was our FFA president.
FFA.
FFA.
You're
God,
wearing
I
the joke out.
miss old Buck. I enjoy her.
Yeah, Emma Buck.
She's cool. She's cool.
Yeah, Emma Buck was our president, and I had the privilege of in the 8th grade actually getting our chapters separate from the high school, which I did not like initially, but I got to be an officer, so I was like, I gotta go with it. And then eventually I was like, I think this is a good thing. But I had the privilege of being able to work with Emma Buck and being able to talk to her and ask her some questions and really learn from her on some leadership opportunities with FFA in the future. You're wearing the joke out. Come on. And really get to work with her and kind of glean the knowledge from her. But it was really, really good. So that, and then just a couple others now, which they're, like I said, they're not graduated yet. So there'll be a different time and place to talk about that. But
Yeah. All our officers are babies except for me and Hannah and Janita.
Who?
Me, Hannah, and Janita.
So,
I know.
all right. So
But we don't have any seniors.
if we go with,
I was supposed to be an FFA.
you weren't. Why
Yeah,
are
what
you?
happened to
I
that?
just didn't follow through with
She
it.
just
still
didn't.
could.
She didn't
Shame.
want to pet Reba the cow.
I just
Shame.
didn't know what I wanted to, like I wasn't sure. This was my freshman year, mind you, and I just didn't know what.
You could have been petting
What?
baby cows.
I remember old freshman Adri.
Oh gosh.
You could have been washing dogs and petting baby cows.
don't
I
like-
wanna
don't
wash a dog.
animals.
I've
I want to
never-
wash.
Oh
the
yeah, you probably
dogs.
could have been in the FFA.
Yeah.
Well, I was in more of the
I got bit by a dog.
Other
Garden and
side
stuff.
of
Yeah.
FFA.
I got bit by a dog one time. I'm not supposed to talk about that though.
Oh.
I just did. I broke the NDA, but well, I guess not school
Why
officers
can't-
administration because but it was my dog, so I don't think that would really count. It
Oh,
was my
no.
dog, but
You washed your own dog.
But now
I
I'm
brought
a
her up
part.
there and paid to have her washed, and I washed her, and she bit me.
Y'all can wash my dog.
I didn't have to check on that, but like,
I thought y'all
do
just
you want me to
watched.
check that out?
Yeah, because
How much?
So
would she-
if we go with the
Talk to us,
series that we were in, both of these questions are somewhat of a trick question because the answer like are you a mentor is yes, right? So if we go with the series, every one of us is called to be a mentor, right?
Yes.
Like disciples of all nations. And then if we go to the bottom line last week with it is to effectively be a mentor, you have to understand that you're not the mentor.
Mm-hmm.
Which goes to what Sarah's saying, like whatever inability you think you don't have, or what inability you think you have, doesn't matter. Because if we believe in a holy and powerful God and the Holy Spirit, and we believe that it guides us and uses us as a tool, then it's not us doing the mentoring, right? So whatever Sarah teaches in her small group is a tool for the Holy Spirit. So
Slay.
bada bing, bada boom.
Mm-hmm.
Probably need to wind down.
Yes, I was about to say that. What were we were talking about FFA. I just didn't know what I wanted to do yet in life. So now I'm a part of Aggie Vision.
I will ask you. So yeah, you said you didn't know what we're doing. Are we kind? You know what? I'm just gonna go and say because there's no point. What are you looking at doing now? Because are you looking to pursue?
Pursue.
Pursue?
Clocked.
Pursue.
Are you? Yes. Are you looking to pursue something like that, or what are you looking to do?
Yeah, I want to go to Auburn and
That's the shirt.
yeah, and the bracelets. Look how cute they are. Kenny got them.
Adorable.
Adorable. And major in journalism, sports production, and I don't know if do you ever go to the basketball games?
It's been a long
No,
time.
he's in the FFA.
FFA. So you be participating in the FFA stuff on the
I would say I do because I do a significant amount of things, and the reason that I would say I do, I don't want to do it all the time. The reason I would say that I do, if I voice crack one more time,
Hey, it's okay.
If
We've all
I-
done it.
I would say I do for the sole reason of like as a non-officer, non-committee head, I would say that I do a lot more than a lot of people in the FFA do for the sole fact of I was an officer last year in middle school, and I generally try to express as much interest in things as I can. Like I'm on the horse evaluation team, so really and truly the thing I look.
to evaluate horses.
Yes, yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead, sorry.
But I'm on the horse evaluation team, and other than that, I'm
Well,
trying to think of the
I was
athletics
leaning, or I was saying that to, say that whenever or if you ever go to basketball games, you'll probably see me with a big camera, and I
you strike me as somebody who would have done like plants or construction and ag.
construction. Sorry,
Really?
I
Okay.
was Sorry. Anyway,
Do it.
yeah, I know. We're not even to an hour yet.
My rambling is
We're to
unmatched.
9/11.
Okay. Well, I was just okay. Anyway, I record for Aggie Vision. Basically, I'm going the recording route. So yeah.
Slowly.
So thank you guys so much for joining us on the 18th,
Something like that.
something like that,
it's
something
the
like that
22nd.
episode.
Oh my bad.
Episode on the Inside with LPY. Stay tuned for next week as we talk about our new series that we have been talking about, or our new series that we started today. Follow us on all of our social medias. Join us if you don't have a church to or youth to attend. Join us here at Lifepoint. Food starts at 5:30 and service starts at 6. And we'd love to have you here. Is that it?
We love you and there's nothing you can do about it.
We love you and there's nothing you can do about it. Dab, 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 dab.